What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. Definitely going to talk some Mets baseball. We're going to get into a whole bunch of topics. Man, a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. But, not a great feeling as a Met fan right now. Really not a great feeling. To start the season. What is going on, Darren? How you doing? What's up, man? What's going on? What I'm saying? He said, shout out to Randy. Appreciate you. And hit the button, hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate that as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys watching the content. Man, to start off, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a tough weekend, start of the weekend. The Mets are 0-3 since 2014. This is not great for the Mets right now. There's a lot of things that are not clicking off rip for the New York Mets. Honestly, the pitching isn't clicking. The offense doesn't look good, and it's not a lot of good things to come out of this. But it is a 0-3 start. It's not the end of the season for the Mets, but the way that series started and the way it ended, it wasn't good. There's a lot of controversy, a lot going on, and man, how you guys doing, man? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, man. I hope everybody's feeling good. I hope everybody is doing okay. Just at the end of the day, I know I love Mets baseball, and you guys love Mets baseball too. But if the team is losing and all that, we still have our lives, guys. We still got our lives. We still got things we got to do in life. But man, just a tough weekend for the New York Mets, man. Tough weekend for the New York Mets. Honestly, a 0-3 start since 2014. That is very, very concerning. Overall, they didn't get one win in the series, and it sucks. It honestly sucks. It when it comes to the Mets, there was this excitement. There was a lot of excitement because the way David Stearns was talking, the way Steve Cohen was talking. We knew that this year wasn't going to be the most exciting year when it comes to Mets baseball, but 0-3 start the season, it just isn't good, man. In 2005, Willie Randolph started out 0-5. 2005, and he finished 83-79. Yeah, it's possible. It's not like the Mets can't bring this around. Like this is something that the Mets, they can bring this around. They can turn it around, but when it comes to the Mets, what exactly do you have confidence when you come to the New York Mets? Because the pitching doesn't look good, the offense didn't look good, and the bullpen didn't look good. So when it comes to all those three, we knew last year with the Mets, we understood that there wasn't a lot, a clicking when it comes to, obviously, the when the offense was clicking, the pitching wasn't clicking. When the pitching was clicking, the bullpen wasn't clicking. So the Mets were not clicking last year when it comes to overall, but this year is very, very important for every single thing to click. The pitching, the bullpen, the hitting, every single thing has to come together for the New York Mets to be successful. And it's not going to get easier when it comes to the Mets schedule, guys. You got 3 games against Detroit, but you got 4 games, coming up with Atlanta, the Atlanta Braves. And then you got 3 games coming up with Cincinnati. This is just not a great start for the New York Mets. But at the end of the day, the Mets offense just looked lifeless to me. I don't know what you guys thought about it, but in my opinion, the Mets offense looked really, really lifeless. I didn't get like an urgency from the offense. There wasn't a lot of energy. And yes, there was a lot of controversy. There was a lot going on with Carlos Mendoza, with Jeff McNeil, with Reese Hoskins. And I get that and I understand that. But come on, we got to get some energy here. We got to, they showed a little bit of life in that second game at the end and tried to come back. But it just didn't work out. The Mets still lost. So it's like it sucks. It really sucks right now being a Met fan. And not just that, seeing the Yankees go 4-0, Seeing the Yankees sweep the Astros, it was one of the worst weekends as a Met fan I've had in some times, man. Mets should bunch up Marte, Alonso, and Alvarez since they are hitting. Yeah, honestly, go with what's hitting right now. Go with what's hot. If Starling Marte is hitting, put him at the top of the lineup. Put Alonso, at the top of the lineup. Put Alvarez, more atop of the lineup than he is. We need offense. The offense is a need for the New York Mets because the pitching is just awful. The pitching has not been good. Quintana had a pretty okay start for his first start as a New York Met. I mean, not his first start for the season. But honestly, the Mets just couldn't pick him up. The Mets couldn't pick him up. Quintana, the first game 1, he did everything that he can to win, and they didn't pick him up. They didn't pick up Quintana. And then, the second game, they lost the game 7-6. Then the third game, just lifeless. The offense, lifeless, guys. And what I'm going to say is, what do you guys think about Saturday night with Alonso going out to UBS Arena and in a concert and going on stage after a Mets loss to the Brewers, their second game? What do you guys think about that? Because Pete Alonso, I get you're having a personal life. Like, you can have your personal life. But when you go to a concert and you look goofy, you look like you're having such a great time, you do that, it's like, that is not what you want from Pete Alonso. Okay, I get you want him having a good time, but not when the Mets are losing, man. It's like he looked out there like he won the World Series. You know what I'm saying? That's not something. And the defense, good point, Darren, has not helped. The defense for the New York Mets has been horrible. The third base defense, Zach Short literally got his first start, at third base after that first game with Beatty. And his first play, he got an error. And it is what it is. Lindor made an error in that game. It was a whole bunch of things. But when it comes to the New York Mets, the defense, everything has to click for these New York Mets to be successful. And that is something that's concerning. That is something that is concerning when it comes to the New York Mets because, listen, and the lineup. What did you guys think of the lineup? McNeil as a cleanup hitter? I mean, listen, as much as this is not a good start for Carlos Mendoza at all, but the fact that he put McNeil in the cleanup spot 2 times, horrible call. And I'm going to say it, horrible. One of the worst calls I've ever seen because, okay, McNeil's a lefty and, but I'm not putting him as the cleanup hitter. I'm sorry. And Alvarez is looking good. At the plate. I really like how Alvarez is swinging the plate. He's trying to hit the ball the opposite way. He's hitting home runs. He's doing what he can. Alvarez is, I'm not that concerned about Alvarez. Yes, he's going to, have some slow, but man. What's going on, K-Mets? How you doing? Don't sweat it, guys. 0-3 is nothing. Well, man, 0-3. It's not even the 0-3, K-Mets. It's not even the 0-3. It's the way the team looked in the series. The team looked horrible. The team did not look good. And when it comes to the Mets, everything has to click. The pitching, the bullpen, the hitting, and they did not look good. The offense looked lifeless to me. I saw the bullpen that didn't really look good either. So, and I mean, I don't know what's going on with this first series, but I wasn't excited. This first series, I was excited when it first started, but when I saw the Mets and how they played, it just like, this is not the Mets that I want to see. I want to see a better team. And yes, we knew that the expectations were going to be low going into the season, but it's just not a good start. It's not a good start, man. What's going on? Let me see. Darren said, "What's surprising is Drew Smith actually pitched well. Drew Smith actually pitched pretty well. You're right about that. That you're not wrong about that, man." And Yamid, Mets need a leadoff hitter. Nimmo wants to hit home runs and is no longer getting on base at an over 400 clip. Yeah, like 22. Listen, when it comes to Nimmo, I said I don't really want him to be in the leadoff spot, but when we got JD Martinez, I feel like, listen, Brandon Nimmo has to be in the leadoff spot because you don't have anybody that else can lead off. Who else can lead off when it comes to the Mets? And that's the problem that the Mets have. But I agree with what you're saying. The Nimmo doesn't really want to be the on-base guy anymore like he used to be. He's trying to hit for more power. He's trying to hit the opposite way. He's trying to do different things. You know, he's a different hitter. Nimmo's not the same hitter that he was before. So K-Med said, I'm psyched to be at Cincinnati this weekend for 3 games. I'll be there. Man, I'm happy that you're going to be there, man. I just hope that they play well. I hope that they play well because Cincinnati's a good team as well. You know, and the pitching for Cincinnati isn't the best, but man, like, what do you guys think about the pitching right now? Because right now, I'm going to say this, the pitching is concerning. The pitching is very, very concerning. The first start for Quintana, I'm not that concerned about. But Luis Severino didn't look good. Tyler McGill on the IL now. This is not a good start for the New York Mets. And when it comes to Tyler McGill on the IL, maybe that's the best thing for the Mets because he absolutely sucked that game. You know? He got away with 2 runs earned when he should have got like 6 runs earned. He got lucky when it comes to Tyler McGill got lucky. He got lucky. I'm not going to call Tyler McGill a good starter. He got lucky. He would have allowed literally 6 runs. If Rhys Hoskins, if that ball wouldn't have been foul ball, man. Man. What's going on? Frankie, how you doing? How you doing? Both Quintana and Severino got rocked by the Brewers. McGill only got charged for 2 runs. Only 1 was clean. They have to get their act together. I agree with that. I feel like, listen, when it comes to the New York Mets, the pitching has to be better. We need the pitching to click. We need the bullpen to click, and we need the hitting. We need all of these things to come together. Man, that's something that is concerning when it comes to the Mets. Alvarez and Alonso have a good approach hitting the ball where it's pitched. I really liked Alvarez's approach. I really liked what I saw from him. You know, and, you know, man. Yeah, K-Med saying can't get on McGill. He went out there, tried to pitch hurt. Well, he wasn't hurt before. Like, and if he was hurt, then the Mets should have said something to the New York Mets, and they would have took him out the game. You know, I don't want him to pitch hurt. I don't want Severino definitely concerns me. Severino, I was watching the game. And I'm like, yo, you're pitching way too many fastballs, bro. You're doing too many. You're fastball heavy. And you're 0-2 count that he had on Rhys Hoskins. 0-2 counts. And he throws a fastball down the middle. What are you doing? You don't throw a fastball down the middle when you're 0-2. You know what I'm saying? So you throw a slider away. You throw something away. You throw inside. You mix it up. That's something that Severino, what was that? That was very, very concerning to me. If I can come up with this saying, oh, pitch inside, pitch outside, oh, take, you know what I'm saying, move around the ball. That's something that the Mets, man. And Frankie, I don't even think is that Severino is tipping his pitches. Even if he is tipping his pitches, I don't even think that was the big issue. I think that the way he was pitching was an issue. Like I said, throwing fastballs 0-2 down the middle, that's not something that's going to have you successful in the major leagues. That's something that just you can't do. You can't do that, man. What's going on, Jason? What is going on? They need better Uh, uh, they need better pitchers. They need to get one more power hitter. Wow. So you think they need one more power hitter? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not anyone that's gonna be there one more power hitter anymore because JD Martinez is in the minors and he should be coming up soon. In like probably in probably a week, probably a week and a half. But when it comes to the Mets, there's nobody out there that's gonna be their power hitter. They're gonna have to depend on this lineup: Nimmo, Lindor, Alonso, Alvarez, Marte, Bader. These guys have to perform, and if they don't perform, then what are you going to do? Because they got to perform, guys. They got to perform. At the end of the day, they got to perform. Let's see what you said here. Severino is good when he throws high fastballs, not at the knees. That's what I'm saying. Why was he throwing in the middle? Why was Severino throwing in the middle? That is what's concerning. And listen, I like Quintana. He's a good pitcher. I think Quintana knows how to pitch. Even if he gets in a jam, he knows how to get out of the jam. Quintana is a pretty okay pitcher, but Severino didn't look good. Yami said if Short makes the play, the 3 runs on the first inning won't even be there. So don't blame it all on Severino. Yeah, the defense definitely was an issue as well, Yamid. I'm not going to lie. Zach Short, the error was not good. The defense has not been good for the New York Mets. And when the defense isn't good, the pitching isn't good, the hitting isn't good, the bullpen is barely okay. Like, what are we expecting here, and the fact that they got swept. But it wasn't just that the Mets got swept, guys. It was the controversy with Rhys Hoskins. It was Jeff McNeil. It was the Johan Ramirez. It was the trying to throw at Rhys Hoskins at the wrong time. Johan Ramirez trying to throw at Rhys Hoskins. And then, another issue I had was definitely Carlos Mendoza being suspended. Your first series, you're going to get suspended. Like, this is awful. This is not what you want for the New York Mets. And can the Mets pick it up? What do you guys think? Can the Mets pick it up? Do you have some faith in the Mets to pick it up? Because, man, the series didn't look good. And Rhys Hoskins, the Mets needed to get away from Rhys Hoskins right away. And finally, it's over when it comes to Rhys Hoskins. And we'll probably see him, in the next series that they have. But at the end of the day, guys, the Mets have to perform. They got to perform. Yeah, the Brewers ran all over the Mets, Darren. You're right about that, man. They ran all over the Mets. That was an issue I had as well. Francisco Alvarez had a good offensive ceiling, showing. But then, his throws in the first game was awful. His throws in the first game was completely awful. And they were just running all over the Mets, stealing bases, being aggressive. They were taking advantage of the Mets, and that's something that the Mets can't let it happen. So I'm going to say to you guys, can the Mets pick this up? Can the Mets actually pick this up? What do you guys think? Because it's an 0-3 start to start the season, since 2014, 10 years ago. Like, what are we thinking here, guys? Can they pick this up? Because I don't know. What I saw from the series, I mean, they looked bad. They looked horrible. And then tonight, you got Sean Manaea pitching. What do we think about Sean Manaea? Is he going to be any better? Also, let me see here. Also, if the ball to Alonso is caught instead of bouncing off his wrist, you can't take off another run. Yeah, yes, the Mets had some bad luck, but the defense wasn't great. And, the offense wasn't great. Oh, man. There's a lot of issues I have right now, but, man, the lineup, having McNeil as a cleanup hitter, has me scratching my head. It really does. It's and the Mets pitching give up way too many walks, and it was very, very concerning, man. Very, very concerning. So I don't know. I don't know if the Mets can pick this up. I mean, we'll see tonight, right? We'll see tonight with the game. Uh, let me take a look here at the Mets lineup tonight. What's the lineup tonight, guys? You guys know? Because my goodness, man. What do you guys think about the lineup tonight? Did the lineup tonight come out already? Because I'm concerned, man. This is just not where we want to be at right now. But I don't want to be all negative. I don't want to be all negative here. Francisco Alvarez showed he looked really, really good. Francisco Alvarez looked really, really good. Wow, Detroit is actually 3-0. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, guys, when it comes to the Mets, we got to see more energy. You know what I'm saying? We got to see a little more from the Mets. We got to see running on bases. We got to see some stolen bases. We got to see some movement when it comes to the offense. We got to see something. Marte looked a little bit better offensively. That's what I liked about the series. Francisco Alvarez looked pretty good. Definitely Alonso looked better after the first game. Lindor kind of sucked. Lindor, he was hitting the ball, but it wasn't going anywhere. And yeah, at the end of the day, Tyrone Taylor had a couple of hits. I like Tyrone Taylor. I think that the Mets, man, they gotta pick this up, and I think that they can. I believe that they can. But tonight with Sean Manaea, I'm looking at trying to look at the lineup here tonight. Oh, Alvarez is in the cleanup spot. Alvarez is in the cleanup spot tonight. So we got Nimmo, we got Lindor, we got Alonso, we got Alvarez in the cleanup spot. DJ Stewart, Marte, Bader. Beatty, and then Bader, and then Joey Wendell getting his first start. McNeil benched. What? Wow. It can always get going. You guys can't tell when. Yeah, you're right. Alvarez in the cleanup spot tonight. Listen, I think he earned it after what he showed in the series in the Brewers. I like the way he was hitting. And listen, Alvarez should be in the cleanup spot. I don't want to see Jeff McNeil in the cleanup spot again. And I'm happy he's not even in the lineup because he looked horrible too offensively. So the 2 times McNeil batted cleanup, Mets only scored 1 run. Yeah, they can't do that again. They can't bat Jeff McNeil cleanup again. They just can't, man. Yamid saying it can always get going. You can't tell when. Yeah, I think that they can get going. I think that they could pick it up. But the offense is going to have to be like kind of superb. Like they're going to have to be better. And because the pitching, we kind of know that the pitching is going to struggle. It's not, we're not expecting 7 shutout innings by Sean Manaea or 7 shutout innings by Tyler McGill. Or, we're not expecting that. It's not like we got Senga on the mound, And Senga is their best starter. He's their best starter, but he's injured. He's on the shelf. So this is a tough one, guys. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. And it's just like, it's concerning. It's concerning, guys. But I think they're going to pick it up. I have some confidence that they will. And I hope that they will. But Alvarez batting cleanup tonight, I like that, man. Yuki, what is going on, man? Love you, man. Appreciate you, Yuki. Love you too, man. How you feeling, Yuki? How you feeling? This kind of sucks, right? This sucks, man. And it's not even just that the Mets went 0-3. It's that the Yankees are 4-0. That's something that is like, what the hell, man? The Yankees are 4-0 and the Mets are 0-3, but not a good start to the season. But I'm going to say that the lineup tonight looks a little bit better because Alvarez in the cleanup spot, I like Alvarez in the cleanup spot. And man, Alonso's, I think, is going to be the number 3 hitter going forward because they're preparing him for JD Martinez to be in the cleanup spot. And Alvarez, I love the way he looked. So Yuki, you're not going to overreact. Wow. Okay. That's big. If you're not overreacting, then, we shouldn't overreact, right? But yeah, guys, JD Martinez is not here yet. Yeah, JD Martinez isn't here yet. And I get that. But like, it's crazy how one person in the lineup can change so much for the Mets. Because what if JD Martinez was in the lineup, man? Definitely the Mets would look better, because JD Martinez is a good hitter, really good hitter with runners in scoring position. He knows how to hit with, in certain situations. That is what makes JD Martinez great when it comes to hitting. And Pete Alonso called him a hitting savant. So when it comes to the New York Mets, the Mets need JD Martinez really, really bad. Randy, I'm crazy, but it's too early. Let's wait for Memorial Day. Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait, man. Let's wait. Let's give it some time. Let's give it some time. Tonight, like I said, the lineup looked better. McNeil's not even in the lineup tonight. Joey Wendell's actually playing second base tonight. Alvarez is in the cleanup spot. I think that the Mets need Alvarez in the cleanup spot. And it is what it is. This is his second year as a Met, but they need him bad, and I'm happy that he's in the spot. But yeah, guys, so far, how are we feeling as Met fans? I know it was a very, very, very concerning weekend when it comes to the New York Mets, but I think that they can pick this up. I hope that they can pick this up because the pitching has to click. Okay, so Yamit is saying Alvarez should hit second. Alonso cleanup. Alonso's a great power hitter, not a great hitter, a typical cleanup. Yeah, listen, I see what you're saying there, but I personally feel your best hitters should be 1, 2, 3. That's what I feel like. With the Yankees, you see that with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge usually hits 2 or 3 or 1. So I think that the Mets need to have Alonso in that third spot. That's what I think, or somewhere around there. Maybe Alonso should be second. But Lindor got to get going. Lindor has to get going, guys. Lindor is very, very important. Nimmo is the most important when it comes to the lineup because he sets the standard for the lineup. Because if Nimmo gets a strikeout and Nimmo, you know what I'm saying, it tries to pop up a ball or whatever, he hits a pop-up, the offense, the life of the offense goes down. But if Nimmo walks or Nimmo hits a double or he hits a single and tries to steal a base, then you get more energy. You get a little more energy when it comes to the offense. So I think Nimmo, listen, as much as I want him to be, more of a power hitter, he's going to have to be the guy that he's going to have to sacrifice power a little bit and try to hit for average. And I don't know if he wants to do that anymore. I don't know, because that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But to me, the offense, guys, they look lifeless. They looked lifeless over the weekend, but tonight, I like this lineup a little bit better than definitely of what we saw, last weekend, man. Aaron Judge is a great hitter. Not only hits home runs, he works the count. He has an on base percentage of over 400. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's what I like about that. That's why I love Aaron Judge. Like, as a player, man, this guy is awesome. The guy's awesome. But man, I just don't know. I don't know what the Mets are gonna do. With this lineup to click. I just hope that this is the right decision. I hope this is the right decision when it comes to the Mets, because I don't know, man. This is a tough one, man. But overall, this lineup, I mean, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day how this game goes. We got Sean Manaea on the mound tonight. We got Alvarez in the cleanup spot. We got, I feel more confident, in Alvarez in the cleanup spot than Jeff McNeil in the cleanup spot. So, yeah. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, the Mets got to pick this up. They got to pick this up. They got to pick this up, guys. And I hope that they do. I hope that they do. We'll see at the end of the day, man. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here, do a little stream for like 30 minutes. And yeah, it's been 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna get out of here, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy the game. Definitely got more videos on the way, more streams on the way. So look out for that. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day what the Mets become. What this game. Do they actually get a win tonight? Yeah, trade Jeff McNeil, bring Acuna to lead off, Alvarez second, Lindor third, Alonso fourth. I don't know. I don't know if they want to trade. I don't think that they would want to trade McNeil just yet. Lane said how I feel about the Mets, man. The Mets, I don't know, man. This is a concerning 3 days for the Mets, man. And it wasn't just the 0-3 start, it's just the way they looked overall. They just looked flat. And the bullpen didn't look great. Lane, you can't call up JD. You can't call up JD just yet. You can't call up JD Martinez just yet because he's in the minors and he has to get ready. And you know what's crazy, guys? I was watching a play. Mark Vientos made a nice play at third base. Mark Vientos made a nice play at third base. He made like a diving stop and he threw really hard to first and he made a really nice play. Like, I don't know, man. I hope that Vientos just keeps working at third and maybe he'll get a spot. I don't know. Maybe he'll get a chance. But when it comes to the Mets, I don't know what they do. This is concerning, man. I hope that they win. I hope that they win tonight. We'll see at the end of the day, and let's hope they do. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for the stream. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Just wanted to do this little quick stream here. And yeah, man. Nah, man. I can't call up Mark Vientos yet, man. But yeah, I'm out of here. Have a good one, y'all.